Oh boy, things are getting juicy today, aren't they? According to Nintendo Insider, Scalebound is being reworked as an exclusive for Nintendo Switch. Here is their report. We're going to read the report, give some thoughts, especially in wake of the rumor that Nintendo is bringing back a dead but resurrected, IP or whatever. Let's just look at what they had to say, and then we'll talk about it. On January 9th, 2017, Microsoft Studios confirmed that after careful deliberation, it had come to the decision to end production for Scalebound. It was yet another high-profile Xbox One exclusive that, along with Fable Legends, Microsoft had chosen to pull the plug on. The natural reaction was one of widespread disappointment. None more so than creator Hideki Kamiya, who at long last had the chance to express the love that he once had for fantasy games in high school. After the early excitement of the project was met with when it was revealed on stage at E3 2014, Scalebound's abrupt end had left fans with more questions than answers. However, we can be thankful that making Kamiya's dream a reality is far from over. I have confidence in my sources to report that it is my understanding that Scalebound has been resurrected as a project to be released on Nintendo Switch exclusive. Given Microsoft's previous involvement, it remains unclear to me whether development has been completely rebooted from scratch or, at the least, its ambition scaled back, seeing as it's now destined for the nimble but less powerful portable home console. Further to this, I believe that Scalebound is likely to be the game that's thought to be dead that Nintendo's reviving, that Game Informer senior editor Imran Khan had hinted at on Kinda Funny Games last week, although there's the chance that he could have heard about a different project that will be resurrected. In the original concept for Scalebound, you were to play as Drew, who, while exploring the dangerous world of Draconis, is bonded to the fearsome and noble Draven Thuban, the last of his kind. Thrown together by fate, they must defeat the enemies that threaten the world. As far as I'm aware, Scalebound's trademark was renewed, but soon had to be abandoned, thanks to Microsoft being unable to state what they would use it for. Ultimately, that has left the door open for another publisher to step in, and as part of ongoing discussions around the projects that Platinum Games could work on for Nintendo Switch, it was something that Nintendo expressed interest in. Without a doubt, Nintendo and Platinum have continued to build a close relationship with one another. On Wii U, the developer supported the ill-aided console with the Wonderful 101, Star Fox Zero, and Bayonetta 2. A sequel that the developers expressed would not have existed without Nintendo's support. That camaraderie has since continued with Switch, along with Bayonetta 2 ports. They've resulted in Platinum Games once again given the chance to work on Bayonetta 3 and Astral Chain as exclusives for the console. With Hideki Kamiya supervising Astral Chain and his role on Bayonetta 3 unclear, it would appear that, keen to the right development struggles that the original project had suffered, the main focus has been on grounding Scalebound for its return, and like many, we look forward to seeing it in action. So this was written by Alex Seedhouse, and I'm not exactly sure of his track record. I do know Nintendo Insider itself is a reputable Nintendo website. It isn't known for passing around a bunch of fake news and fake information. So that is definitely something that to take into consideration when talking about this. Now, do I believe this is happening? Well, it's interesting because as soon as the dead but like long dead but resurrected thing, rumor came out, in our own Discord server, I actually mentioned the prospect of Scalebound being that game. One, because Microsoft and Nintendo have a close relationship, so if there's any IP right issue there, Nintendo and Microsoft could easily work that out. And Nintendo obviously has a very tight relationship with Platinum Games and Hideki Kamiya, so it just made sense to me that this could potentially be the game brought to Switch. Obviously, we saw a pretty ambitious game originally, and I don't know how much of those ambitions can be realized on Switch, but having any realization of those ambitions is obviously better than not having the game at all. So I want this to be real. I really want this to be real. I have some severe doubts that this is legit, but I want this to be real. We are in the midst of a new year. And with a new year brings new rumors. And I have not heard from anyone that I trust, anyone who has a solid track record, that Scalebound is coming. It's just Nintendo Insider saying it. So, needless to say, if they get this one wrong, we probably won't be reporting on Nintendo Insider rumors in the future, at least from this particular author, because, I don't want to spread fake information out there. But I gotta say, I want this to happen. I love dragons. I love the concept of it. I mean, right now you're looking at footage of, the original concept and original game, and obviously it wouldn't look quite this spectacular on Switch because this is running on Xbox hardware. But still, this to me is a potential masterpiece. In fact, I think Microsoft would have done themselves a service to take all the development money they kept throwing at Crackdown 3, even though it sounded like that got rebooted twice, and actually just tossed it into Scalebound, which looked like a better game made by a reputable studio that doesn't release anything but quality games, in my opinion. There's very few Platinum games I think are not high-quality experiences. Even the Wonderful 101, I think, is massively underrated and one of the unplayed gems that sits on Wii U. But anyways, you guys let me know what you think about this. Do you want Scalebound to come? Do you want it to be the game that might be resurrected by Nintendo? All I know is the fact that I can even talk about this has me a little more excited than I probably should be for something that I don't necessarily think is going to happen. But until this person's proven wrong, we're just going to go with it because Nintendo Insider itself has a pretty okay reputation, at least in the world of Nintendo rumors. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. Be sure to enter our Nintendo Switch Super Smash Bros. Ultimate giveaway through the Gleam.io link, and I'll just catch you guys in the next one.